Welcome, my Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to your timeless true love timeline reading. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. I'm a professional witch, a professional intuitive, the president of Drawing the Circle Productions Incorporated since 1998, author of 2 different books with the 3rd one in progress. The first one is called Spell Ingredients. The second one is called Words of Grace. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version available, as will Spell Ingredients. That is in process. The 3rd one will eventually have one too. You can find the original versions of both of those books on my website, drawingthecircle.com, as well as in my digital shop on patreon.com/drawingthecircle. Our digital shop is lovely. Some of my subscribers automatically get those ebooks, audios, and videos. There are free previews for the audios and videos too if you want to check those out. But all of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common: a daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link pretty much every single morning. We chat about the day's astrological weather. We always end with some sort of spiritual practice to send us on our way, and it's the most loving way for me to start the day, and I really do love it. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship oriented, including the Path of True Love reads with extendeds, which are really, really long. So if you like detail, it's in there. And they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if you want more info. It is just the coolest thing I have ever done. We've got free followers. You can 7-day free trial. Anyone can go watch the free previews and shop in the shop. So click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can just call me Mal. Hey, my aqualungs, my aquariums. Oh, good God, I have so many Aquarian friends around the world, and very, very happy to serve you. So let's do some explanation for the new Aquarians and cross-watchers, and we'll jump into the divination. Feel free to jump ahead if you've heard it all before. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, the True Love Timeline is a simplified version of the Path of True Love reads with extendeds. We're going to do a simple timeline, past, present, and future, and we're going to do that with 8 cards, starting with 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot for the heart, throat, third eye, and crown chakras, the internal, creative intuition. We will do them face down. And then on top of those, for the lower 3 chakras, the root, the solar plexus, and the sacrum, we will be using the Mythic Tarot for the yang dynamic, the masculine energy, if you will. Looking at yourself from the outside, maybe you from the inside, looking out at people, places, and things in which you have relationships with in the physical world. And of course, because it's a cross-watcher reading, there's often a lot of mirroring there. So we'll get 3 of those face down, then we will flip them past, present, and future in that order. Once the chakras are on the table, we will get a whisper from the Whispers of Love Oracle. This deck has been consecrated since the day I got it to the higher selves of all involved. So not just the Aquarians and the cross-watchers, but anybody else who might be involved, friends, family, community, what have you. And we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra, because this is about healing, and if this is a romantic reading, great. Everybody wants one, but the truth is that all of our relationships are holographic. So as we make wise, loving, empowering decisions, truth, love, choice, right? True love, choosing true love, we shift to a more golden, loving timeline, a true love timeline, and that anchors that into the Earth's electromagnetic field, blessing Gaia, so that everybody who wants to, by free will, can make that shift. And I've said it before, I will say it again, air signs have an edge with mantras, affirmations, breathwork, all that element of air stuff. And you know, all of my clients get at least one Matt Kahn healing mantra 48 hours after I ask them to give me a call just to check in, because it takes at least 48 hours sometimes for that energy to kind of integrate, right? And I asked them, so how's the mantra going? And so many of them said, oh, I forgot to do it. Like, this is your free will, and these mantras work if you work them. I know all the mantras, I just don't know everything written in the bookie book, so this will be the only one that gets a bookie book read. So there's our explanation. Let's get into the divination. Both feet on the floor, if you can. Let me get my legs, I've got very long legs, situated here. Focus on your breath, if you will, and I promise I will do my best to help anybody navigate the golden true love timeline of this lifetime, to anchor the true love that conquers all, the true love that heals all wounds, the true love that breaks all curses, past life, ancestral, societal, and otherwise, for the well-being of all. Shall we? Let's do this. I'm ready. It's been a busy day, but I'm good to go. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My beloved goddesses override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved goddesses, 3 cards face down in clarity, past, present, future, simple timeline for the Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross watchers. Where have they been? Heart, third eye, crown in the timeline. Where are they now in the golden true love timeline? Heart, third eye, crown, point of power is always in the present moment. And where are they headed if they do their best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions for this timeless true love timeline read? Like I said, we're going to get the 3 mythic tarot face down, then we will flip them past, present, and future. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My beloved gods override. A place for everything. Whoops. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved gods, please, 3 cards face down in clarity, past, present, future, simple timeline in the golden true love timeline for the Aquarians and their cross watchers. Where have they been in the timeline? Where are they now in the timeline? Point of power is always in the present moment, so says Louise Hay, and I trusted her, and I still do. And where are they headed if they just do their best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions for this timeless true love timeline read? Let's see. Okay, well, it looks like it's been a little rough in the past here. Let's start on the inside with the 4 of Cups. Now, 4s are usually numerologically associated with rest, right, with calm, and that certainly plays itself out in the tarot, except in this deck, we see what is usually considered the 5 of Cups in traditional Rider-Waite-based tarot, with some, most of the cups spilled, but one still standing. Written on the card is sorrow, and though that may not be the case for everyone watching this, it is certainly an ebb and flow. Certainly not that static resting 4 here, but certainly no matter what has been released, what it can, and emotionally that could be anywhere from like boredom to depression. You know, if you've ever done Abraham Hicks, asking it is given the emotional guidance scale thing, there is definitely an emotion here, but there is still 1 cup standing. And why I say this could be tricky is because in the outer you've got the Hanged Man, Prometheus bound, stole fire from the Olympians. He's a Titan, so essentially he was their uncle, right? And to give to humans, stole fire so that the humans would no longer be as dependent upon the Olympian gods. They didn't like that, so they hung him upside down on a rock in Tartarus. Tartarus is as far below the underworld as the underworld is below this one, so the underworld is not hell, right? Tartarus, however, is a reform program. It's an alchemical engine, right? It's a furnace that burns it away, and he eventually got out. Prometheus Unbound is a thing, and he had a vulture or something pecking out his liver every day, and it kept growing back. Like, that was a little repetitive. Just the repetition alone would drive me nuts. So, you know, we know the Hangman. The Hangman is about surrender, and when it's a major arcana card in a short reading like this, where there's not 1 card for every chakra, this is about sacrifice. It is about letting go, and it's about really finding patience. So that would make sense if you had to let go or sacrifice. Now, people don't like the word sacrifice. It means to make something sacred. I know there's all of these different things that have been added on over the centuries, right? But like if you have sacred space, then you sacrifice that space in the sense to make it sacred. The original meanings of words are just fascinating to me, and how they have morphed and changed over the decades. So perhaps a little tricky past here. Let's see where you are now. Well, I would say much better. Now, we've got a court card here, the Aries card, Calafia, the Maiden of Flames, the goddess deck, so they're maidens, mothers, and crones in here. And the Aries card, first house, is self, right? Personality, ego. This could very much be about self-healing, self-esteem, self-worth, all that kind of stuff. Now, if you have any planets in Aries, I do. I have Saturn in Aries. Most Generation X's do, give or take. because it is such a slow moving planet there. My Saturn return is coming up this year. Second one, the first one was a nightmare. They say the second one is better if you learned your lessons, and I do my best. So if you don't have any planets in Aries, look at your natal chart. If you know your rising sign, you might have it somewhere else than Aries, but if you don't know your rising sign, it will automatically be Aries rising. So this can be about self-care. This can absolutely be about throat chakra, element of fire, choosing yourself here, and that would make sense with the Nine of Pentacles, the I'm good card, right? I ain't at the 10, but I made it from the Ace to the 9, right? This is self-esteem. This is I'm good on my own, or you might be dealing with somebody like that, right? And I can relate to that. I mean, I'm a Virgo sun sign. I moved here to Saratoga Springs from Long Island, New York, and you know, my friends are like, "Have you met anybody? Have you met anybody?" I'm like, "I'm good." Like, I'm not celibate, but I have no interest. I've got a half-acre property. My career is rebuilding itself. I'm rising from the ashes of the transformation. Believe me, moving here was a nightmare, but getting here has been lovely. Particularly with the new kitten, Sammy, right? So I'm very, very good unto myself. So I can feel that. It's self-worth. It's wholeness. I am whole, W-H-O-L-E, not to confuse it with, you know, celebrity skin. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so this is lovely, really coming from a place that makes sense of the Hangman into the Nine of Pentacles. So the sacrifice was worth it, but where are you headed? Oh, okay, interesting. You've got another court card. Now, Aries is cardinal fire, so that would be the King of Wands. Here you've got Pessoa, the white buffalo woman, Capricorn, cardinal earth. So the King of Pentacles. So again, like I said, if you have any planets in Capricorn, I do not, but certainly 10th house dynamic is about your highest potential, not a higher potential. There's always a higher potential, but your highest potential that you have to reach slow and steady, right? Now, when it's an earth element, Pentacles on the inside, it's about the wisdom that you have already gained, right? And taking that next step, I will also say that Pessoa, the white buffalo woman, is about blessed abundance, right? And having enough and a little bit more than enough, definitely a prosperous, abundant thing there. But in terms of wisdom, that's lovely. And with the Four of Swords, I find interesting, considering you had the Four of Cups on the inner and the past, here on the outer, we really do have that mental rest, that meditation, that introspection. So this could be what I call a true love read for self, right? Of course, it is a general read, so only you can know the other players in this, and we still got 2 more cards to hit the table. But I'd say where you're headed is to go within to realize, which means to make real for yourself, your highest destiny, your highest potential in the true love timeline. And so loving yourself, I really, really feel like we could boil this card down, these 2 cards down, to really, really being solid. It's like, no, I'm okay as I am enough. Because we are all whole and complete at the core. It's just the wounds, the traumas, all the stuff we incarnated into. Remember, you are an immortal soul that doesn't have any problems, but you came into this lifetime with a script and with character development all set up for you. Not that it's all completely predetermined. We do have free will, like whether we love or not, whether we heal or not. Everybody has the free will to do that. So Aquarians, I know, can very much be fixed air, focused on something. So that might be exactly what this indicates here with the Four of Swords, with this highest potential. Again, not just higher potential, highest potential. And I will be honest with you, and I learned this from Caroline Myss, MYSS, the PhD author of Sacred Contracts and Defy Gravity and Anatomy of the Spirit. I love her work. Entering the Castle is such a classic to me. She says we are terrified of our highest potential because we're afraid if we achieve it, we will be alone. It does feel that way, right? This is such a personal hero's journey. And that's what the path of true love is. It's your hero's journey, your healing journey, your awakening journey, your spiritual evolution through the relationships in your life. So I know we all want, I'll pass on this one for right now. Oh, I want a romance. It's like romance is the least unconditionally loving form of relationship. I love you no matter what. unless you look at somebody else and then I'll stab you in your sleep. You know, it's not great. It's not the most unconditionally loving thing here. But unconditionally loving yourself, making that choice where you are right now, may very well shore you up, stabilize you. No, I'm good, thanks. And that is right where I am right now. I got friends and family, you know, and my true love is going to have to just walk up and say hi because I am too busy and I am not looking. Nope. Yeah, I may be on Scruff and Arch or Manhunt, whatever. That doesn't mean I'm active. Nope, no thanks. I have 3 boy kitties to snuggle with me every night, and that's more than enough. Cat hair everywhere. Okay, here we go. Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved, not just the Aquarians and the Crosswatchers. I love this deck, and there are romance cards in here, so let's see. Please take a nice deep breath. A fun read so far, except for the past. Still point. Higher selves override. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love? A piece of information, inspiration, and insight needed by the Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers to assist them in navigating the golden true love timeline for this true love timeline read. Embrace your emotions. I can't believe you're asking an air sign to do that, but maybe they have a water moon. You never know. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. Now, there is no water in this timeline, right? I mean, oh no, you got the 4 of Cups. There you go. You got that water there, that 4 of Cups. But that's in the past. If there's some residual stuff there, that would make sense. It would move into where you are now with that Aries energy on the inner, with the 9 of Pentacles on the outer. So don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. It's the element of water. They're supposed to flow through us, and if you don't let them flow through you, where do they go? They go into your cell tissue, like emotional waterway, right? Emotional baggage. That's what that stuff is, and it's from the past. So you already did the external sacrifice. Let it flow through you, because that is spiritual alchemy, from fear to love. But you bring the love to the game, but it's all your free will, which certainly is there. Only you can do that with that Aries card. So let's get you a healing mantra, and I would think with the 4 of Swords being fixed air, Aquarius, this mantra would be helpful. Let's see. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Beloved Ascended Masters, override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. But all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, please, 1 card in clarity, the perfect and precise healing mantra for the Aquarians and the Crosswatchers to assist them in navigating the golden true love timeline so they can make the wisest, most loving, most empowering decisions, with the 4 of Cups and the Hangman behind them, with the Aries card and the 9 of Pentacles where they are now, headed towards their highest potential with the Capricorn card on the inner and the 4 of Swords on the outer, hopefully doing that mental rest in this mantra for this timeless true love timeline read. Dissolving judgments. Do not judge your emotions. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. You don't know how helpful this has been. Because I will help anybody, but sometimes what comes out of their mouth, I'm like, oh boy, wow, oh, okay, wow, hatred, right, rage, all right. But that I can still love my journey. And it's really important to understand something about judgment. I'll read the bookie book in a second. What judgment usually is a thin veneer of lead around a golden nugget of intuition. But because, I don't want to be judgmental, I have to be a good little spiritual boy, girl, whatever, right? Then we push that down and it just builds up tension, right? It just creates more stress. So in your own time and place, say, no, something feels off here. Yeah, I'm being judgmental. Yeah, I don't like what's going on here. I need to dissolve this judgment. So I don't have to like the behavior of others in order to love myself and love my journey. And that would make sense, considering your journey is one of highest potential. That's lovely. So, a little bit of a womp, but, you can dissolve the judgment. You do the spiritual alchemy, alchemizing that thin veneer of lead into gold. And then you go, oh, now I get it, right? Because the thing is people who are excessively judgmental and critical are in pain. Nobody wants to acknowledge it, but it is the truth. They treat others the way they were treated. So they were judged, so they judge. And that is an albatross around our necks, a heavy chain that keeps us from climbing up that mountain of highest potential. So, let me read you from the bookie book, practically open to it. Dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Helps watching the news, too, by the way, just saying. When judgments are dissolved, you don't have to enjoy the actions of others in order to glean benefit from them, right? That's important. No, I have to like everything. No, you don't. When you know that every moment has been created to help each soul shine the brightest, it becomes easier to not take things personally. 4 Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz. Get the audio, watch it free on YouTube, get the book. Very, very helpful. It's very important agreement there. Don't take anything personally. Instead, you're able to appreciate the positions life has put you in as evidence of your evolving mastery and form, which speaks very much of where you are headed here with that Pasoe, the buffalo woman. This mantra is ideal for learning to speak your truth. I don't like what you're saying, but I'm going to do my best to love you and myself as we go through this. It's a little bit of a needle scratch for the other person. And there were these things called LPs. If you don't know what they are, look them up. They were fascinating. Made of vinyl. Who would have thunk? Cultivating empathy. We could certainly use more of that on the planet. And trusting the universe. This too has happened to teach me something. I don't have to like the lesson in order to gain benefit from it. So, we're going to do a blessamation. It's a combination of a blessing and a summation. And I do a prayer of surrender and some meditation before every single reading I do, whether it's for a client or YouTube or whatever. So, though I have no idea what's going to happen when I hit the record button, at this point I really have no idea what's going to come out of my mouth. So shall we? One last time, at least for this reading. I'm sure you'll try it again. Please take a nice deep breath. They help. Still point. Pantheonic override. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Aquarius collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. May they be blessed with all that they need to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in the golden true love timeline coming from this place of perhaps some sorrow, some emotionality on the inner, but making the sacrifice, choosing perhaps to see things differently. Often the hangman is about releasing what we think is happening and allow the universe to show us what's really going on. Because where they are right now, there is great self-empowerment here, self-love, self-healing, self-forgiveness, self-empowerment for sure, with that 9 of Pentacles, kind of putting out there, no, I'm good, I'm stable, I'm secure. I may not be the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest person ever, but I am on my way there. And indeed, it does appear they are on their way there. With 2 Earth cards, I just realized in this reading, with Pasoe, the buffalo woman, making the way up their mountain to their 10th house highest potential through some sort of internal looking within mantra, meditation, self-inquiry. Oh, the work by Byron Katie might be helpful for someone out there. The 4 questions and all of that, so that they can embrace their emotions and not push them down or judge their feelings and emotions while they dissolve judgments, because they don't have to like the behavior of others in order to love their journey. And may their journey be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in the golden true love timeline, for the true love that conquers all, for the true love that heals all wounds, for the true love that breaks all curses, past life, societal, ancestral, and otherwise, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So motivating. And so it is. That was good. It was good. I felt the tingle. I felt the tingles on that one. So, did you like it? hit the like button. Tells the algorithm this is a worthy video, and I really feel like this is a worthy video. It kind of makes sense big time, just logically. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe. I also have another YouTube channel called Mal for short. There's a link in the description box. Angelo Lyons is the professional. Mal for short is the personal. I got cat videos up there. I'm going to be doing book reviews and just talking about my own spiritual path and passing on some of what I know outside of the divinatory arts. And if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, and a digital shop, go Patreon, on Patreon, click the link, check it out. The menus are lovely. Remember, depending on your level of subscription, if you subscribe, you can get those audios, videos, and ebooks. God Goddess Top Tier gets everything automatically for their subscription, so you can do it for a month. Get it all that you want. You can also get it from my website, drawingthecircle.com. You can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial. It's just my favorite thing ever. So check it out. And if you want, come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. Yeah, but you can just call me Mal. I don't take myself that seriously because that's a big pitfall. It's a big trap too. And if you want to book me for a private session, it's easy enough to do. You can go to my website, drawingthecircle.com, and check all that out. You can reach out to me that way. Or I did make a video last year before I moved, because I didn't realize I'd be moving to Saratoga as quickly as I did. And it is called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. Explains everything. The Patreon discount, what I charge, why I charge it, how I work. I now have an office in my house, so I have been taking clients here, but I get to know them first. Like, are they allergic to cats? Because I have 3 black cats that seem to shed all year round. Doesn't matter the season. I'm always picking up cat hair, as well as I am available at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs. You call them directly. I have days set aside. They let me know somebody has booked. I come in, I read you, and then I come home and do other stuff because I'm a busy witch, if you can't guess that. The most of the work that I do, though, is on video. So when I book a client 5 minutes or so before we start, I send them my Zoom link. They come into my Zoom platform. We record the whole thing. It's a conversation and a combination, I guess. They get to see every card hit the table, and because it's recorded, they don't have to memorize anything or take notes. At the end of the video, I send them a link so they can download it. They tell me they download it, and I delete it so only they have it. But the most important thing I say in that video, and I will make a new one eventually called Booking Mal. I keep changing the title every time because you should, I guess. I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. I don't care. If I can help somebody, I will. But we have to make an arrangement. We have to have the conversation, even if it's pay it forward to someone else down the line once they're, in a better financial place. If they can't pay me, that's okay. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a very well-trained witch, so there is always a way, and we will always work it out. And it's a fun video. I will even keep it up once I make the new one because it makes my mom laugh, and as president, I get to make that choice. Yeah, free will. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I have to say, wouldn't it be great if the world could really dissolve the judgments and really not, repress the emotions either? How do you know you have a judgment if you're always pushing it down? I mean, I was raised with repress for success, and it doesn't work. I watch everyone before me get taken down by emotional crap. So I'd rather do the shadow work, feel what I gotta feel, heal and forgive and all that jazz. So I believe in you. I love my aquariums. You hang in there. You got this. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.